This is Vapi tutorial from scratch. I will explain you step by step how you can use Vapi to create a call assistant, and if you want, give some explanation about anything. But here I want to give all information how I use Vapi, because some subscribers, some followers asked me to do that. Okay, so like though, if you get access to the main page here, you need to create your account. Google account, we can start. If you get access for the first time, this is that you can see. Okay, and here you have some free minutes to use with Vapi. So here we have many options here. We will work with them. The first is where you create an assistant, and we don't touch this. The phone number you give your assistant is let me how can I explain you that? Let me go to Miro to explain you how to give you some understanding. Okay, so here let's say we have an assistant. I want to use Illustrator. Okay, let's say we have our assistant. Okay, I can create an example like that with this tool. So let's say this assistant is our first assistant here. Okay, so now after create in this area the assistant, we want to give it some tools, okay, to work. The first tool, we name it function. If you do one click here, you can create the function. You will use a function here. Okay, so the first tool we will create will be a function. So if you go there, the function will be the assistant, which information the assistant want to get from users. Okay, which information the assistant want to get from users, because here when assistant talk with users, maybe the assistant is not just there to give information, but the assistant wants to get information. So we must say to assistant, when you talk with users, make sure you get her name, his contact name, contact number, his Gmail. Okay, we must set it to assistant. So here in the tool we'll create all information. Okay, so we can say we want in the tool, we want assistant get those information. So in the talking, in the chat with users, assistant will ask those information before end call, obligatory, because we give it as a tool. Okay, the next information we want to give to our assistant can be the information about our company, because each company hire assistant to give information about the company. So we can duplicate this here to give our information. Okay, the second file, if you want to add, the second file can be the knowledge base company information. Okay, it can be the address, what the company do, and so on. Okay, and it is the same, it is the second information. Okay, all information. Okay, all data about the enterprise. Okay, the next tools we want to give to our assistant is the phone number. Okay, we want to give it a phone number to call. Okay, so it is very simple. Once you understand that, you can create many different assistants in your Vapi and so on. Okay, this is the phone number we give, and those tools I have. Those tools you must create it yourself. Okay, you must create it yourself. The knowledge base, I have a video that explains how you can use assistant to create a knowledge base in anything. Okay, you can create it yourself. This phone number you must buy it from Tulio if you go there and you want to create a phone number, you will see and Tulio. Okay, I have by myself from Tulio. I don't know how those are here work, and the assistant is very easy. Let's go to create our first assistant here. Okay, the first thing in the assistant option, you have many configuration, but you don't need to understand all. You just need to create that is work and is finished. So to create an assistant, you do one click here, you give, I want to give my name Hassan assistant, or I want to give Adams. I don't know why I love use this name when I create assistant. Just click here, choose from scratch template, blank template, and click on assistant. This is your first assistant in Vapi. Okay, so you have some configuration to do here. Okay, here and in the model, you want to add the first word, the first sentence the assistant will say, and you can use ChatGPT to configure this, or you can take your time to configure it yourself, and after go to ChatGPT to get help. Okay, with ChatGPT will go firstly. Okay, here we can say hello, and here we can create our, and here we return to create our system prompt for the assistant. After that, here you have your provider. Okay, the LLM, the assistant will use the brand, your assistant brand. Okay, so as you know, we have many LLM like Claude from Anthropic, Gemini from Google, Grok from X, okay, and DeepSeek, you know. So we'll use OpenAI to go simple. If you do one click here, you have many different choice with prices. Okay, this is better for test and is cheaper, so you can choose it. Okay, here it's where you add your file. The file I explained about the company information is here, so we'll do it after. Okay, and you can keep them very simple like that. And this is the first configuration here. And after that, if you go down, you'll see here to your assistant Adams, you can add a tool. I have talked about the tool that you want the assistant get obligatory from users when you do call. Okay, you need information, you'll add it here. So we must create a tool first before add it here, because if you click here, you'll go to this option to create the tool. Okay, before we go to create a tool, we can talk about voices. The voices can come from 11 Labs if you have a specific voice from 11 Labs, or you can create by default Vapi to understand how it works, and after you can do some search and to understand how to connect 11 Labs. If you do one click on this 11 Labs, you will get voices from 11 Labs. Okay, if you know how to buy voices on 11 Labs, you can connect it here. Okay, if you have some information, some knowledge about 11 Labs, you can use it, because there we can find a best voice for work. So we'll keep it very simple with this default. Okay, so here it's where you configure your voice. Okay, the assistant voice. Okay, in the tools, as I have said, is there you create the tool to get information from users after. So let's go to create our first tool. Okay, we have our assistant, and here we haven't created a system prompt because our system prompt we base it on tools and knowledge base. So let's go to create the first tool. If you go there, and you can publish, okay, for the first configuration, but don't click on test assistant and go to tool and click tool and click on function, and here you want to call it a data users data required. Okay, the data we require from users. Okay, so you can say description. Okay, use these tools to get information from users during the call. So the assistant must get information. So which information you want to get, this is here. So the first, do one click here. You want to get the full name here, string, keep it in string, and click on require it, because if you don't click on require it, the assistant can avoid it if users don't say her name. But if you click on require it, the assistant will ask. Even if the users don't give, the assistant will react it to give the name. The second will be maybe the phone number if you want, or email, it depending of your project. Okay, phone number if you want, like that. Okay, and click on require it if you want it, get it obligatory. And the next, sometimes you want to ask them if it is for appointment, scheduled appointment, or book, something like that. You can see appointment date, if something like that. Okay, and click on require it, and you can add many things you want here. Okay, the assistant will get it and send it. Okay, and you can click here if you want to edit it in JSON or keep it like that. It's very nice like that. And below here you must to add some message during the call, and you can keep it in default or you can custom it and say when the request start, because when assistant get information from your users and want to send it to your anything or send it to save it. Okay, because here we add appointment. If users give appointment date and the assistant will check if it's available, the assistant can say, now I am going to schedule your appointment, please wait, and the caller will wait when the assistant wait. Okay, so those information sometimes we send it to anything. So let me give you quickly information and quickly explanation. So if I go to anything and add a webbook like that and paste it in pause mode and change maybe Vapi assistant here, I can copy this link, pause link, and paste it here. That is where I paste it, and it's done. Okay, so the assistant will send those information to your webbook here to treat it. Okay, when the assistant send to your anything or any app you want, the assistant will say, now I'm going to schedule your appointment, please wait. And at this moment in anything, your information will go to check your calendar if it can do something. And if it's fired and the appointment don't work, you have another message to add, request completed. If it is a success, okay, you can say your appointment, something like that. Okay, your appointment has been scheduled, so thanks for waiting. Do you have another request I can help today? Okay, like that. But if the assistant send those information to anything and the request fired, this assistant will say, okay, the assistant will say something like that. Okay, I have an issue with the appointment, please let me try again. Okay, this is how it works. The webbook, to connect your webbook, it's here. The required information you want the assistant get from user, and the description of your tools and your tool name, and it's done. If you want to test, you can just go there, put it in test mode, and go to your here and click here to test, send. First save it first, send a request and check, and you'll see you get information here. Okay, you get information, okay, in anything if you use anything. So you can continue. We have finished with our first tool. We can go to the assistant now to add the tool. If you go down, you see tools. If you do one click here, you'll see the tool you create, user data required. You click on it and you save it, and now your assistant has a tool. The assistant has the tool for name. You haven't add email web, but we can add it if you want. Okay, this is the first tool of your assistant. Okay, so the second is a phone number. Okay, to the phone number, you want to buy a phone number from Tulio, and I have already a video about it in my, the link will be in description. Okay, from Tulio you must get access, buy a phone number and put it here. You'll get some information here. Let me show you how it is, but I will don't give all the information. If I go to Tulio like that, in Tulio website here, I can connect my account. Okay, once you are in Tulio, it will ask you some information you must provide, and you need to fill out those information. Okay, and you need to use that you want, and you need to connect it with the voice. And after that, you'll notice that in Tulio you have some money here, and you can use this money to buy a phone number. Okay, if you go there and click on active phone number, you don't have a phone number here for the first, but you can click on buy phone number and check the list from phone number and buy one. And here you can buy one from, check this and buy one and buy one. This explanation isn't completed. Okay, I just want to show you the where you can find information once you buy one. Okay, once you have your phone number, this is information you need. In the account dashboard, you have this SID, you copy, you paste it here. You have the token, of, you copy, and you have the phone number you buy. This part explanation isn't completed. You must check the link in the description to see how I've explained how I have buy my phone number to add to Tulio. Okay, and once you get the phone number, you can paste it here. So let me use this. Okay, for this configuration. Okay, it is a free phone number I have from Tulio. Okay, don't copy this, it will not work. Okay, don't waste time to copy this code, it will not work. Because I know some people will copy it. Okay, so here you have your phone number, and you must add your assistant Adams to use. It is here, you add a phone number to use it. If I show you the explanation, the second information. Okay, so you add Adams, you create, you add it here, and this AI agent assistant, call assistant, you create here and use the phone number you have here. And this is the code we can use to send to anything. Okay, in Vapi, once you add your phone number, you have a ID of your phone number you send to anything. This is the second area where you configure your assistant. So the next area is the file. So we have here, we have a tools, we create it in tool. We have a phone number we buy to Tulio. Now we want to add another base because rather than the assistant, let me show you, the assistant will use OpenAI GPT-4 or has a brain to think about how to speak with a company, with users when he call it. Okay, he use ChatGPT, has a normal ChatGPT, which can go to into the website to Google Chrome to get information and send like that. But you want our assistant speak with users only by use our data, by use the company data. Don't invent something else. You must take information from the file, will provide it. This is why you create your own file by doing click here, and you can find it somewhere. Okay, this is a PDF about knowledge base. Okay, you can create and you can use an LLM. You can use AI agent to create, to automate this document creation. I have a video link in the description to create this document. You use a scraping app, okay, and you quickly use it to create anything to create this knowledge base like that. It's very simple and very nice. Okay, and once you add your knowledge base in the file, and you can add your knowledge base PDF, and it's done. So your assistant has many information. And the prompt, very often when we want to create a prompt, we are very lazy because we want ChatGPT do all for us. So sometimes the prompt, you must give your time, read it after ChatGPT creation, and edit it, and you'll get a good prompt. Okay, so when you are in the prompt, this is the first word you can write, and after that you can go to your tools and show how your tools is configured it. Okay, give a screenshot of your tool. Let me decrease this. If you want to get a long screenshot, you can use this app I have here, Open Shot. It's allowed to get a long screenshot of your page. If I do one click here, you'll notice that the screenshot, let me click again. This app can get a long screenshot if you configure it in the best way. If I click here like that, the screenshot will continue button during you have all screenshot of our page, and we can send it directly to ChatGPT. Okay, the second screenshot, tools configuration. We add the screenshot of the tool. ChatGPT must consider this tool to do configuration to write the prompt, and after that we can screenshot the knowledge base file, screenshot this like that, and send it to ChatGPT. Send it to ChatGPT. So GPT must look at those two images and understand which prompt we want, and one click and wait for the prompt. Okay, it's very nice prompt I want. So copy this prompt, because I've give best explanation to GPT by show the image, and GPT understand that I want. And you can go in the assistant. Let me increase the, okay, good, and paste it here, paste it, and it's done. Okay, after our configuration, you must to publish first and go to test. If I do one click here, I must go also to my anything and put it in test mode, because the assistant will.
Hello, I'm Adam from Masterprice's site. How can I help you today?
Hello, Adams. I'm here to know which service you provide and book an appointment.
Hello, at Masterpiece Sites, we specialize in creating high-quality professional websites tailored to meet your business needs. Our services include
Okay, which information I must provide for the appointment?
To schedule an appointment, I'll need the following information. 1, your full name. 2, your phone number. 3, your preferred appointment date. Could you please provide these details?
Okay, my full name is Hassan Cole. Okay, we can stop because we don't want to do all tests. That you must understand. Okay, you must understand. You need to create a assistant here, create a prompt, and choose your voice, create a tool, add a file, and it's done. After that, you can test your assistant here, talk with it. If you have an issue, you must go to your prompt, edit it, and say that you want. And after that, you have your assistant. For the phone call, you have a link in description, a video which explains how you can use phone call to call users once these users fill a form. So thanks for watching. Don't forget to subscribe and like and share. See you to the next video.